Alright, sorry about that. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more No Man's Sky. Let's see. Oh, okay, we were looking for Apollo here. Oh no, we were looking for the next person. Corvette assembly, that's a whole thing. To track a black hole, yeah. Alright. So, alright. Because we're looking for Apollo. Alright. Where is it? There we go. And yeah. Holidays are always exhausting. Oh, says my average stream bitrate too high. Hopefully it'll even out here. Either way. Folks, the holidays are always exhausting, and I managed to finally get a little bit of sleep. And finally... I don't know. It was a long day. Everyone's got those family members. Luckily, I only have the one family member that's really rough for me, but it's also the only family I really got. I have other people I'm related to, but I don't really see much of them, so... Typically speaking, I really only have one Technically speaking, I really only have one family member. And that's my mom. Land to begin search, or I can see it right there. Yeah, they want to make you walk a bit for it. But I found it right off the bat. Hang on. I just noticed something on stream info. Okay. Forgot to remove. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I just noticed the tags were completely wrong. Still had the Reaction Game Awards on it. But what can I say? Alright, so we're heading up. Yep. Hey, look, I found it. Anyway. Yeah, we're just looking to increase... Basically, we're just looking to build ourselves up. Get through the main story bits. And start building and exploring more. Just a relaxing... And I needed something relaxing. The holidays have emotionally and mentally and physically burned me out. So this will be nice. This is something nice. Multiple signal sources. Tuned to Apollo. And yeah. Hey, Apollo. Hello. Identify yourself or I end this call. I'm a friend of Artemis? No, you're not. Oh, why? Why do you use the word friend? It's just a label, a pretense to make you feel better about being alone. Oh, okay. You're one of those, I only need what I need people. I haven't changed my mind. I don't care about their weird dreams. I'll meet if I'm paid to meet. And they attempted to use a portal and became stranded in some distant, uncharted world. Send me your data logs. Let me see this for myself. Okay. Alright. Echoes of Sentinel events. You've seen them before, of course. Drones that appear from nowhere if you interfere with their precious planets. Not as much anymore. They're not as anywhere near as hostile as the original version release of this game. In the original release, if you did too much, harvested too much like trees or any native flora or fauna, the Sentinels were down your throat in a goddamn second. They're nowhere near as aggressive as they used to be. Alright. I say, want to work together, be partners? Sure. I know this guy's only in it for the money and he'll stab me in the back at the first moment, but if you know it's coming, so be it. Alright. Alright. So now we gotta pop out of this galaxy and head to a new one. And this is where the base building starts to become a major focus. Alright. So, off we go. Let's go see where he wants us to go next. Alright. So they want us to come to this system. Oh, we've been here before, that's why. Okay. Korvax system. Yeah, this is just the next one over, so we've been here. Because I don't have any of the scanners on my ship, so knowing all that information means I've jumped to this system at least once before. Which does mean I also could have gotten away without using any of my warp drive, but oh well. Finding Apollo's contact, probably aboard the space station. Alright. And pulled in. Let's go see, folks. But yeah, just between work, I work retail, so of course work has just been miserable leading up to Christmas. A holiday I don't personally even celebrate, but whatever. Just thankful it's over. Now it's just the idiocy of, well, I didn't want this. Secret Keeper Pukne. Data has been obtained. Exchange utilized. New tools await you as instructed. Get me... You know what? Heat protection. Alright. Alright, so the free blueprints. And then we'll be able to start building out and expanding our base. Alright. Let's see, I believe we want... I'm trying to remember which one... Yeah, I'm gonna say Oxum Base. Either way. But yeah, we're starting to build. Now they're starting to make us have a base, and we'll be able to expand it and grow from there. That'll be excellent. Let's see. But yeah. Man, it has been... Alright, yep, I picked the Okay. Return to my base. Expand and staff your new home. So, build menu. Construction terminal. Hire a base overseer. And they're all the way. Yep, off planet. Alright. Anything in our storage? Thermal protection module will be nice. Let's see, anything I don't need? Magna Gold. In storage, yeah, you're in storage. I'll put the making the new, yep, components for away for a bit. Yeah. Okay, that opens up some space. Okay. Pirate transponder. Okay, break down the gold into actual gold. That can go to Starship. Any other silver? Salt, let's see. Silicate, more iron. The carbons are fine. Go ahead and throw in storage. Yeah, navigation data we can keep. Install in the suit, might as well. Yeah, so that gets me an extra thermal shield. Okay. And our starship gets us engraved flint telescope. Okay, so that's just an artifact. Packet tech. Hazard protection module. Sure. Just gives me, overall, just an extra bit of resistance to everything. Okay. And another hazard protection. Sure. I mean, might as well. Okay. So helps my defenses a little. Nothing terrible. And nothing that actually it's not like it harms me in any way. Silver, cell, that's for shotguns. Tritium just gets me more. Yeah, free antimatter. Yeah. Yeah, might as well break them down. Sweet, and a free antimatter, which... Antimatter housing, so I can make another warp cell. Because ours is currently at 45%, so... That'll be nice to have. Need another metal plating. There we go. Just having an extra, just so that after our next launch, because... Yep. Alright. Well, let's go get our construction guy and start... for this next story bit. And then engine. Yep. More than enough tritium. Yep. And now we get to relax. So yeah, folks, it's been... The holidays are over, so now I can start unclenching. I can relax a little bit. Because in truth, I am looking for a different job or some other way to make extra money. Because, well, we are currently living in the capitalist hellscape where nothing is ever going to be enough. And, well, I know my rent's going to go up, and they're going to... And I want to be prepared and have some little income extra, but, well, I'll do what I can. But if I start becoming a streamer who does nothing but No Man's Sky, well, I doubt anyone will really care or complain. If I'm not buying all the newest games. Well, people will complain, but there's not much I can do about it. Alright. Is it really you? Forgive me, I've been searching for such a long time. Alright. Regret creating a fallen brethren, a bargain made many years from now, a contract signed. Hey, Impulsive. All I mean by that is just I might not have the money to do all the newest games this year, depending on how things go. Which sucks, but then again, there's not too many games I'm super excited for. Pragmata for one. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I know the Starship. All I want to do is sell off the engraved flint. Yep.
Units received.
All right. True, and that's where it's like, well, I don't have much in the way of... Well, I'll go back to Elden Ring if I want to show off skill. You're envoy for the Exploration Guild. That's what you are, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is the Explorers Guild. Yeah, no, if I want... I'll have to go to a different system for the mercenaries. Always funny when you get a dupe ship. But yeah, then that's where I'm not gonna worry too much about not getting the newest games. I'll pick up what games I miss as best I can. Trying to think what games I particularly was looking forward to. I'll be kind of curious if the Gachiakuta game is going to be any good, because the anime was actually fairly nice. Do we have oh, we do have batteries. I just need more magnetized ferrite. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna throw some regular ferrite. Let's see. So, don't need the ferrite dust, pure ferrite. Let's do about... yeah, 203. Okay. Oh yeah, I can see that. I wasn't hugely exploring for Rise of the Ronin, but I did love Ghost of Yote. So it's one of those, I can see where you'd appreciate that. Alright. So now we can make glass. Chromatic metal. Alright. Wow, they must have changed that, because that took almost no time to make. Oh well. Alright, battery, yep. Okay, so now we have a battery out here. So we can now start charging that. So we'll have constant power. Biofuel, go ahead and... just the regular oxygen.
Technology recharge.
There we go. And it's got... yep, perfect. So that way we'll now have power all the time, so this base will now have access to that. Okay. So let's see, now we need chromatic metal. Yep. Oh, I already had enough. Hey, buddy. Alright. And we now have the science terminal we can throw down. And he's going to start giving me this... yep. Blueprints for a storage container. Alright. So then... the science... I always forget which screen it's on. There it is. Science terminal. Alright. Recruit is outside the galaxy. Perfect. And then from there... abandoned building for data. Alright, the other thing that we'll need is... unfortunately, we don't have a planet in this system, so I can't build the Romer geobase yet, because that's the big thing. Getting across the planets quickly...
Navigational data received.
Yep, how far is it? On foot. 20 minutes on foot. Yeah, nah... some days I might have done it on foot, but eh. It's just as easy to fly over. But yeah. And it's just been. Though the other thing I've been working on is my novel, and I'm almost done actually. I'm on the final chapter, but I didn't feel. Basically, I couldn't focus enough to get any writing done this tonight, so. Alright. They want you to land and look for it, but it's usually only a short walk away. So especially if I'm attentive, I can probably find it pretty easily. What the hell, we'll land and just do it normally. Alright. Alright, so which way? This way. Alright. And this planet, I believe we've done all the animals? Yeah, 7 out of 7 fauna, 4 minerals, 6 flora. Though, I should still keep an eye out for minerals and flora I haven't actually scanned just because I know I remember last we were playing.
Thermal protection falling.
I believe, yeah, we got one of the scanner upgrades. Yeah, here we go. Genome scope, which adds a 5,000% on minerals and 8,000% on fauna. Yeah, if you can get a couple of scanner upgrades, you can turn it into a real profit machine just scanning stuff. The funny part is, being an old veteran of this game, I recognize some of the things they've changed. One of my favorite ones being animals no longer attack you, or at least rarely attack you, compared to what they did originally. Because there was a point in this game where you could land on a planet and basically get ganked, depending on how populated the planet was. I remember having to fend off packs, and I mean literal packs, of fauna. Ah, here we go. There's the abandoned planet. The abandoned... Oh! That's not good. Save. Must have been one of the giant earthworms. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Just randomly on planets, you can come across the giant earthworms. They're terrifying. Alright. And typically speaking, abandoned bases don't really have much in the way of supplies. They're nice mile markers, if nothing else, but the other thing about them is there's these whispering eggs. If you don't I guess the best way to say it is there are abominations, these monsters that are extremely aggressive. You can, if you mess with the eggs. I don't know if it's still if you get too close to them. In the game originally, if you just got too close, they would actually activate. But it's been a while, so. And they've done so many patches to this game.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Ow. Forsaken Terminal, covered in crap. Residual goop is actually not useless, but I'm not going to pick it up now. It'll be more useful later on in the game. Alright. Rusted metal actually isn't useless because it turns into ferrite dust at a pretty favorable rate. I mean, there's no real danger in here, but yeah. Like I said, residual goop can actually be processed it takes multiple rounds of processing. But it is possible to turn it into nanites. But it's not really that worth it. It's not that bad. It looks worse than it is, I guess is the best way to put it. Let's see. What was I gonna... Okay. Alright, I was checking the log. Did I get everything? Yep, return to Overseer. Alright. To be completely fair, I've never actually been harmed by the giant earthworms, but it feels like one of those I don't think it needs to happen more than once. Okay, there are some fossil beds. The fossil beds are why I actually saved a base on this planet, because fossils are an extremely good source of money. Especially if you need to pick up if you need money as well as potential doing a run for There we go. Yep, 10,000 units for scanning a rock. Yep. And that's with one upgrade. Oof. Anyway. But what I more was meant to talk about is just there's no real danger, but the giant earthworms, as far as I can tell. Telling me. If I could get money for the rocks like that, oh, in a heartbeat, man.
Units received.
Yep, that's another 500 for that plant. Yeah. Easy money. Alright. Well, let's get out of here, head back to base. But yeah, the fossils, especially if you need to look for more salvaged for blueprints, having a planet that does fossils is a fantastic way to earn that money. Because going incidentally between salvage data for blueprints, and then you go for the fossils. I believe fossil beds, the red ones you see, are just simply protected. So when you have a decent amount of weapons on your multi-tool, yeah, feel free. They're not that dangerous as far as I remember. I remember taking it out with just the basic blaster. Speaking of, one of the things I look forward to getting is making a landing pad for our base so I can freely lift off and return. Alright. Hey, buddy. Alright, storage blueprints. Alright, and we got the storage containers. 5 of them. Now then, do you think our friend should put the sign of terminal use? Okay, so now we have to have the Korvax scientist. Okay, so his next quest is to get that guy. Yep. And the scientist. Okay. So for that is the scientist. Yeah, I figured. He's at the same station we were at before in the other galaxy. So we can just teleport there. That's the upside to the way this system is set up, is you can just teleport. Once you've been somewhere, you have a record of it. Much like how I look forward to having, being able to set up our, oh god, even our freighter I look forward to setting up. Because I used to turn everything into money-making machines for me, so... Alright, here's our scientist. Hello. Alright. So, there we go. And while we're here in the station, let's take a look. Did I already get my suit upgrade? Nope. Let's see, do I want... My tech slots are full for the moment. So, yeah, let's keep filling in our inventory slots. There we go. Ooh. Alright, and what's the multi-tool here offering? An A rank. Ooh. 2 powered up slots. Yeah, but it'd be another 3.7 million. But it would have 2 slots, comes with the mining beam, the enhanced... Okay. Corroded siphon. Modification that has been permanently damaged by prolonged exposure to the water. Huh. Interesting. So theoretically we could fix that. Okay. Well, it's still a nice multi-tool. But we have some slots on our multi-tool actually, so let's take a look at what he's got. Yep. Let's see. Oops, scanner module. S-rank scanner module. This is absolutely worth it.
Product received.
B rank. S rank for bolt caster, geology. No, we're good. So let's see. Gets us an additional flora, fauna, and scan radius. So that's what? 7,000% to fauna, 6,000 to mineral, 9,000 to flora, and a 38% scan. God damn. Okay. Back to base. All right. Now, the whole line of these base quests will eventually bring you back to Apollo to doing all, getting him so you can try and find Artemis. Who really, I mean, if they were going for the whole Greek motif, you almost think he should have been named. Oop, wrong base. Yeah, went to the wrong base.
Technology recharge.
But probably should have been named Icarus, if I'm honest. Oh well. Alright. Wrong location. But yeah, because he flew too close, got lost, and what have you. Alright. Let's go talk to our scientist. Hello. Benefit you're almost. Alright. Well, now we can make acid and lubricants. Marrow bulb and do more. Okay. Advanced refiners. Oh. I already had some on me, I guess. Alright. Okay, there we go. Acquire marrow bulb. And then we now have a scientist. March on fate, yes. Weapons terminal. Okay. Alright, so he needs a microprocessor. Which is what he wants us to get with the marrow bulb. Okay. So now we just need to find a hole in the ground. Quite literally. So, which is really funny because marrow bulb used to be like one of the most critical things, and then they changed the recipe for like batteries and a few other things. Copper wire and whatnot. Oh gods. Alright. Yep, doesn't count as underground. Yeah. It's down, but it's not underground because I don't see any of the what you want to call it? Any of the spires that are for the underground area. Alright. Relatively peaceful. Let's see. So we're just doing a bit of wandering while we look for underground caves. And I see on my radar a knowledge stone, so more language for us. In the meantime... But yeah. Hazardous plants. Despite how they look, if you are just near them, they will snap and they will still take damage. Yeah, you'd think you'd have to step on them directly. Nah. The Gek word for here. A really good song from the opening of The Ancient Magus Bride, one of my favorite animes. And oh yeah, I enjoyed a lot of them more with this current winter, well, fall anime season ending and the new winter one beginning. I've got a couple of things I'm looking forward to. I know the one guy I know at work is drooling over Black Clover coming back for him finally. Never was one of my favorites, but I can appreciate, when somebody truly loves an anime. I know for me, I'm more so looking forward to... Well, I know in the spring... Gods, I would have to look it up, because I know in the spring I get another season of... Slime, reincarnated as a slime, where, I mean, what can I say? I have a weakness for twinks, and that protagonist is as twinky as they come. Let's see. And I don't mean just in physical appearance, I mean in, well, just about everything. He is pretty much just a real sweetheart of a guy. Oh, I saw a rock I hadn't scanned before. Yep. 24,000 units for scanning a rock. I'll spot a hole in the ground eventually. Besides, buried technology modules will always come in handy, so... Yep. Let's see. But yeah. I know that they teased Saga of Tanya the Evil finally getting its second season. Hell's Paradise, I know, is coming back for its second season. And of course, we're all just sitting waiting for the announcement. Well, we needed to also get more chapters, but Kagurabachi, which everyone just went from literally the first. We all kind of went, okay, yeah, this is just going to be an amazing potential anime. We just have to wait and see who gets tagged as being the one to do it. Though I will say one that looks a little slept on that will probably be actually a surprisingly good. Ah, here we go. Ah, perfect. Hole in the ground. Oh yeah, gotta scan it. Cobalt with vague silver. Yep, 25,000. Okay. Now let's dig down. Alright. Yeah. Basically just creating a path down. There we go. Alright. Dihydrogen crystals. Yeah, actually, I don't see any marrow bulb. Yep. Alright.
Units received.
Humming sacs. Okay. There we go, marrow bulb. There we go. Alright. So for the scientist, I just need some more cobalt. Nice. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Now I can head back to base. There we go. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There was quite a few. Well, yeah, but I was gonna say I was about to actually start pulling up the actual anime list for the next season and see what all. Because there's quite a bit I remember that's stuff I've been looking forward to. Though I will say for this past season, it's cheesy. It's not an amazing series. It's not going to move you, but it was just really stupid fun. May I ask this one final thing, which is basically main character punches out people. Elegant woman punches out people. Frankly, loved every minute of it. Like, she is basically a long-suffering woman, given the excuse to beat the ever-living hell out of people. She is a fun, amazing protagonist where there is a ton of silly stuff going on, and they just kind of just let her run on it. And frankly, there's nothing quite as fun as just having a protagonist who's just eating the scenery at every time they can. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Anything else that was particularly noteworthy this season? I will do a video on something I saw from Mother's Basement, which is called Milky Galaxy, which he actually ranked as his 10th best anime of the year. I had never even heard of this, and I kind of want to record my reactions to that. Because I was kind of curious about what I saw, because it's a 3D animated studio from a 3D animated anime from a studio whose entire cast list can fit on one screen, which is a huge accomplishment. That takes a lot of personal skill on each person's part when you can have dozens to hundreds of people who end up working on a series comparatively. So, yep. So basically, I'm just genuinely curious how that'll work out. Life support.
Technology recharge.
Alright, almost home. But yeah, lots of these quests are just going to be come here, do this. Give them arrow bulbs, something has happened. But Traveler, my people have abandoned me. I lost hearing. Side of the Corvette. Okay, right, because this is where we... Connection, transmission tower. Okay. Okay, so now we need to go connect. Alright.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright, so construct a microprocessor. I need 2 of them. And for that I need carbon nanotubes and more chromatic. Okay. So, while we're doing the scientist quest to go to the transmission tower, how far is it? 10 minutes? Okay. We'll fly there. And then while we're there, I'll pick up the copper I need. And the copper, and then, well, I can always pop just about any tree for the carbon. Alright. So, should be... Let's see. Can I see it? That's just a tech. And what the hell? Okay. Alright. Yep, rusted metal. Again, that's just really useful for iron. And, hey, batteries. Hey, a microprocessor. Got it for free. Okay. So now where we need to go is over this way. Alright. Caster.
Thermal protection falling.
Now, pick up the condensed carbon. Oh, and these, yeah. These sources of carbon are actually even more better than you think they are. Because when you pop one of them, you also pick up sticky honey. So yeah, that's what's flowing out of those holes is sticky honey, which can be consumed for up to 20% of your life support power. So as things stand, I am surrounded by honey, so life support isn't a problem on this planet. Despite largely being a wasteland, it's actually surprisingly livable. Alright. And up here. Finalizing signal. There we go. And up over the hill. There we go. Alright. So.
Temperature levels
Merchant
stabilized.
Geb. Own creation, the tradings. Okay. I need units. Okay, here's 1,000. Alright, so we get literal dirt. uh. Terminal online. Alright. Connection established. Error. Corvax signs you corrupted by traveler interaction. Personality overwritten. Anomaly involvement detected. Quarantine Corvax science unit from Convergence. Observe, analyze, silence. Send hypothesis. Sentinel, Atlas, Universal Foci. Countermeasure in progress. Galactic destruction, rebirth. They see you. Yeah, that red eye you see everywhere, that's the Atlas. That's basically the background system running everything in our game universe. And yes, it sees us. Not much we can do about it. But it does see us. Does it see us as a threat? That's where things get kind of fuzzy. Oh, hey, another microprocessor. So we got the 2 we need. Leftover dirt from mining operations, residual metals can be extracted by specialists in manufacturing economies with the time and equipment to sift through it. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so the last thing we need on our way back to our ship... Actually, with that...
Protection falling.
Atlas Pass V1. It needed a microprocessor and 200 copper. Okay. Sodium copper deposit. Sodium copper. Okay. Alright. So let's go pick up some copper that we can turn into chromatic metal, as well as the Atlas Pass V1. Ideally, we eventually get a V3, but step by step. V1 doesn't get you access to too much more than the fuel cells, the red fuel cells you'll see scattered around. Yep. So yeah. Bear in mind I'm not playing on the hardcore survival. Otherwise my meters would drain much, much faster. But It's also one of those, I don't need the stress of that. I'm just here to enjoy the game, not prove that I could survive and basically watch meters. If I was worried about that, I'd go back to playing Elden Ring and start walking through all the swamps. Or more specifically, the Scarlet Rot swamps, which, oi. That game is cruel with that. Of course, then, that's entirely optional, and you are never required once to actually pass through that swamp. It is completely optional, and it is only really for Ronnie's side quest. But Ronnie's side quest kicks ass, so we put up with it. Alright. So how much... That's 400 copper. Alright. And the others nearby... Pyrite, sodium, another copper. Okay, that one's relatively close. So, yeah, let's make the Atlas Pass V1. So now, provides access to low-level restricted areas. I really don't know where the hell he is. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't gotten a good look on him in a while. Which is probably for the best. The giant earthworms, I mean, they're just kind of there. I don't know if there is a specific point for them. The Gek. Bit of a tragic history the Gek have. Tragic, but... I mean, it's not undeserved. The basic story of the Gek, as far as I remember, is they were a small but diminutive, like, physically, but were technologically very much a powerhouse species that basically started taking over the galaxy and even destroyed the Korvax's homeworld, where this is then where the Korvax did something. They introduced nanites, so whatever that specifically was, but basically altered the eggs of the Gek, making them focused on trade instead of military conquest. Basically genetically manipulated their entire species. And then effectively, started aggressively trading with other species and were basically focused on that kind of conquest.
Thermal protection falling.
And from there, then just kind of...
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yep, and then from there, we're just kind of continue to exist. As these merciless merchants. Which, it's not undeserved. I mean, they did destroy an entire home world. So, I'm not going to condemn the Korvax for doing what they did to survive, Anyway. Ships back over here. Alright. Alright. sodium, so in case I ever truly need to work on my shielding, yeah. Which you'll notice with the upgrades, my shielding has actually been lasting quite a while. It may only seem minor percentages, but the way the elementals damage ticks up, those little small percentages actually stack up quite a bit. Because you get so many ticks every few seconds. Anyway. While I'm here, might as well get the dihydrogen. Alright. I wonder if we'll ever get the full story of No Man's Sky. Alright. Like, just point blank, just tell us outright. Because we know that the game in universe, in its own continuity, is at least a computer simulation of a galaxy being run. And we are effectively something introduced into the system. It's never quite clear if we're an intended part. The Atlas doesn't believe we are, but we could be as well. But the Atlas is also, a hyper-controlling thing, so... My battery full? Yep. Alright. Alright. And insert core. Alright. Scientist is rebooting, so an hour and a half later. And for you... Need to make another microprocessor. So, throw the copper in. Only 2 minutes. Yeah, it feels like they sped that up. Alright, I need to make a carbon nanotube. Oh, I have a lot of condensed carbon. I don't have regular. Okay. Alright. Yep. This is why I wasn't too worried about the carbon. Because that is easy. There we go. And mining beam. Use condense. There we go. And yeah, I got plenty. Okay. There we go. Here you go. Alright. There you go, microprocessors for the weapons terminal. Imagine this, a life form displeases you. Punish it, reward it, reshape it in time, or do anything you wanted. Kill sentinels and bring back their pugniums. Alright. So acquire pugnium. So how are we going to piss off the sentinels? That's the question. Do you just go to a different planet? This system. No. Ah, high Sentinel okay, high Sentinel activity on Thorpe. Perfect. There actually is a planet I've not been to yet. Alright. So, metal plating for another... Yep. Oh, you know what? And actually, when we get in, let's do some quick inventory management. Okay. Okay, so dihydrogen, which honestly I can keep on the ship. Dihydrogen jelly. That can go in storage for now. Barrel bulbs, marrow bulb rather, dirt, sure. Corvex casing. Silver can go on the ship. Yeah, we'll just put that in storage for right now. Cobalt, same. Okay, everything else is looking good, or is something I will relatively keep. Yep. Alright. Alright. So now, which... Alright, that's the planet we haven't been to. I assume that's Eucafry. Ah, this is Thorpe. By our capital ship. Okay. Well, let's go to the planet we haven't checked yet.
Technology recharge.
See what kind it is. Fiery. Okay. Phosphorus, pyrite, rusted metal. Yep, and more phosphorus. But, alright. Well, we're looking for the high Sentinel activity. And actually, that's as good excuse as any to finally start making ammo. And yeah, you get a ton. There we go. Yeah, 5,000, which I believe is the most you can have in one slot. So, yeah. Either way, we've got a ton of ammo now. I have 5,000 shots. Alright. And... Alright. Yep, so from here we just gotta figure out how much. Yeah, basically, we just gonna have to start punching him. Oh. Okay. Trade. Alright, what's he looking to trade? Gek Relic, Gek Nip. Facium, Frost Crystals, Star Bulb. Nah, I'm good. If you had Paraphnium, I'd be more interested, but oh well. Alright. Down we go. Now we'll finally start making use of that heat shield we picked up. Here we go. Basically, the game's loading in the planetary features. Alright. Oh, there's something. See what kind of base it is. And just a trade terminal. Nothing I particularly want to stop at. And then again, it's as good a place to start as any. Alright. Might be something useful to trade. Alright. And 5,000, and we have 64 shots. Alright. Alright, ammonia, platinum, microprocessors. Well, biggest thing is, okay, the trade goods are what you're here for. So, decrypted, star silk. Yeah, comet droplets. 52 would be 1.2 million. Yeah. So, with the money I have, I can at least do like the comet droplets and the decrypted user data. Throw those on the ship. Yeah. Alright. And yeah. Yep. And because it's a new planet, 24,000. Yep. Alright. So now we are looking for sentinels. Well, let's see. Yep. Finding beam. Alright. Yeah, there was a point where even just doing this would have summoned a whole host of sentinels down on me. But those days have passed. Salvage data. Yep, and just keep going. Get something good. Some nanites. Subterranean relics. Don't care too much about those. Oh, and of course again. Yep, 25,000 for scanning grass. Yeah. And you can get, and I can get even better and higher multipliers, so, yep. And then I can also just hop to a new galaxy. And start the process all over again. But there are more efficient ways to make money, but it is nice to have just whenever you can. Huh, for high sentinel activity.
Thermal protection falling.
Let's see. Pure ferrite. Ferrite dust. Or is it a case where I need to start... Because once you pick a fight with the Sentinels, you're fine. Because they'll track you all over. Yeah. Well, if nothing else, at least we're picking up resources. Floating buried technology module. Defeating the entire point of the name. But when the game's randomly generated, you know, shit's gonna happen. Do they care if I... what can you do to piss off the Sentinels now? Yeah. Alright. Do they care if you kill the animals? I mean, there are specific, like, base areas you can attack to get them. Yeah. Oh, one's angry. Alright. Yep. Ow, ow, ow. Well, that sucked. Recharge our heat shield.
Technology recharge.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, still no sign. So now, does high sentinel activity even mean anything anymore? Yeah, just kind of looking out for him. Oh, they do mark them on the map. Okay. Huh. Have we gotten so far to the game where they now... the Sentinels aren't a major issue? Buried cache. Huh. Ow, 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 ow. Good grief. Okay. Well, I'll check the buried cache. Maybe that'll trigger him. Just funny that they used to be so aggressive and now nothing. You'd see him patrolling, but huh. Alright, let's see. Buried cache. Mineral record of Pterodite. So analyze data, and it becomes nanites for us. Like, I've not missed any signal or anything as far as I can tell. Huh. I may just start looking for Sentinel deposits. You know what? Okay. That is something we can do. We have the signal booster. Locate nearby structure. Let's see. What are we finding? Manufacturing plant. Observatory. Alright, not terribly far. And yeah. Yeah, I need cobalt. So if I find a hole in the ground, I may stop and grab some cobalt. Like, I think that looks like one. Yeah, but I don't know how far down it goes. Just because your shielding only gets powered by... Ah, perfect. Oh, god damn it, wrong beam. And you don't need much cobalt to make batteries, which is the nice part. Alright. There we go. Ionized cobalt, even. Okay. But we can make batteries. They let them stack up to 200 for a reason, is just because... Yeah. So yeah, because batteries basically just... Your best use of them is your shielding for whatever element you're in, and you completely ignore most threats. Which is why the game frequently allows you to just mine as much cobalt as you want. Bulb marrow isn't really as useful as it used to be. Alright. And that's cobalt and dihydrogen. Okay. But if you needed marrow bulb, just look at the ceiling on this place. Not that that's active marrow bulb, I believe that's just art visual. Still. Yeah, that's enough. And... Yep. That'll get us more than enough batteries to survive out here. And on any planet, really. Oh, oh, oh! Hey! I've been looking for you, jackasses! Fuck off! One. Alright. Number 2. Here they are. Okay. What we found was the Explorer Sentinel. Now the Sentinels have... We have the combat drones with their supporters. Combat types have these physical shielding up. Yep. And then there's the real threats. These little bastards at the back, who are the supporters. Yep. Break their armor, hit them in the front. There we go. Alright. Reinforcements are coming.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Yep. Alright. There we go. Bear in mind, I've been mostly kitted out for exploration at this point. So combat, I'm going to suffer a bit. For the moment. Alright. There we go. Alright, 3 units left. 2. Build my shield. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright. 1 left. Is it one of the... Yeah, it's one of the support units. Okay. There we go. Now we run. Because I'm not going to have the... Next wave is not going to be possible for me to kill. Because they're going to start including the really nasty sentinels. Yep. There it is, the quad. The quadruped one is A, fast. B, it has a laser beam that is actually really annoying to deal with. And C, in general, it can physically attack you, unlike the previous ones. So, my best bet is to dodge and weave, and get away from them to break their line of sight. After 30 seconds, they'll give up. So for now, just keep moving. Yeah. But yeah. Just keep moving, don't worry about it. Alright. As long as they don't see me, I'm fine. Got away.
Technology recharging. Technology recharging.
Alright. And destroying sentinels is another milestone for you. Yep. There we go. Yeah, now that we've been on the planet long enough, now the sentinels are starting to be more active. I believe, though, if you put down a base, sentinels will be largely attracted to your base and will attack periodically. So, generally speaking, I don't think it's really worth putting one on. But it does mean you would get... But they also means you get a standard, periodic set of Pugnium. which is needed for various upgrades. And speaking of, there is something. Well, yeah, no, okay, there is merit to it. Because come to think of it, one of the things you can get, and well, is you get this stuff. Salvaged glass, a sinister shard of purple glass, salvaged from destroyed remains of Sentinel machinery. Its walls are thin and it may be broken down to access valuable Sentinel components. So, in this case, we got a Viking effigy from it. I believe we just got more pugnium and geodesite. Yeah. So you can also get upgrade modules for your suit or weapons. So there are some benefits to farming out Sentinels. As well as some of their components are actually upgrade materials you'll want. But oi, trust me, you're gonna get into some real nasty firefights to get those components. And my shields are nowhere near ready for that. And I mean my exosuit shields. Of course, then there's also Sentinels in space for dogfighting. That's another way to do it. Alright. So yeah, there are various ways to handle the Sentinels, and preparation is always key. And since there's a trade outpost here, let's get rid of some of the extra crap we don't need. Alright. So let's see. What don't I need? Meaty chunks.
Units received.
Mordite.
Units
The
received.
geodesite.
Units received.
The effigy.
Units received.
The pugnium I need. Dihydrogen. The raw steak.
Units received.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. And I know what some people are thinking. Why are you still using the basic ship? Because I can get free ships eventually. Or build one that I would like to fly around in. But that's for later. Plus, we'll need pugnium for some upgrades anyway, so it's good to have a supply of it. And trust me, you'll end up with plenty of it. Oh. Alright. What do you want? What are you trading? Oh, he needs some metal plating. Sorry, man. I mean, I have the Faraday, but they're not going to let me go out just to do that. So, we leave it as is. Oh. Fuel tank's getting low.
Technology recharge.
There we go. Let's see. And nothing else we really need. Oh, no, wait. Well, no, we can't do anything with the freighter, that's right. Because we're waiting till we get our first salvage upgrade so we can learn to make the fuel for this, so we can then start sending out expeditions. That's right. Alright. Alright. Home sweet home. Alright. The Pugnium. There you go. Alright. I mean... Alright. And now I need a Viking. So... Yep. Okay. So now... For that... Weapons research. Yep, out in the galaxy. Alright. Place is getting a little cramped. We may have to start we might as well start expanding now. So let's go... Yeah, let's expand out a little. There we go. Let's add another door here. And then walls. Alright. Alright. Edit place parts. Alright. You know what? A door on either side. Yep. And then roof. All right. There we go. Oh, I put an extra. Okay. There we go. More room to deal with. Okay. Oh. Now let's see. Is it the same galaxy or is it a different one we have to actually go to for our Viking? Alright. Let's see. Ah, I believe it's a different one. Yes, it is. We have not been here. Off we go. Always love to see it. Alright, alright, alright.
Hostile ships approaching.
Oh! Pirates! Alright. There we go. Yep. Dread Captain. Get my money, get my goodies. There we go. Yep. And bingo. Another transponder. Yep. 6 pirates remaining. Yep. 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 I'm in the ship shield, so hang on. There we go. Mighty Pirate Tasonga. I have to be a little careful because... Yep. Because there are also allies around, and I don't want to hit them. Because if you do too much damage to allied ships, that'll sick the sentinels on you, and then... Yep. Alright, almost there. Oh, he's getting fancy with it. Alright. Got it. Alright. Last one. God, missiles just shred their shields so nicely. Yep. There we go. Got him.
Hostile ships defeated.
Civilians, fleet saved. Alright. Impress, come dock. Yep.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright. Now, we already have a freighter, but we'll take a look. Warped 5 times. And probably... And we also got rid of some pirates, so... Alright, speak to the captain. Alright. So let's see. Alright. If we inspect it, it is an A-class freighter. Oof. This is going to be expensive. Yeah, if we wanted to trade in our currently C-class for the A-class, which is mostly an upgrade of 2 of each type slot, would get us up to 13 million units for the difference. But sadly, we can't. Request payment instead. Ah. Ooh, cargo bulkhead. Nice. Basically increases the inventory capacity of a freighter. So that's huge. Also, if we look in here, this freighter actually has someone growing gravitino balls. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Because, yeah, you can turn a freighter into a garden and... Oh, gods, I did it a lot on the original when they first introduced freighters. Because you didn't require any power or water for them. So they were just free money. Alright. So let's see. Well, let's take a minute to look at what planets this galaxy has to offer. First planet is Supercritical. High Sentinels with ancient bones. A rainy planet. Oh! High Sentinels. Activated copper, though. Ooh. Activated materials actually give you more chromium metal. But more importantly, that's a source of paraffinium, which is basically what you need for most of the vehicles. Lifeless planet for copper, rusted metal, and sodium. Well, that paraffinium is definitely going to be useful. Alright, well, let's go first and get our recruit. Because that's definitely the first thing we need. From there, well... There's a lot of good potential there. It might be worth throwing... No, I don't have a survey yet. Yeah, I'm just thinking, well, we now have a place where I could start mining paraffinium. Okay, if I put some money into it, what would I... Okay. Oh, a multi-tool. Okay. Do I know the survey scanner? I do. Quantum computer and 3 magnetic resonators. And 2 wiring loops. Alright. Check real quick while we're here. Selling. No, it was on, I put it on the ship. Ooh, decrypted data actually sells for a lot here. Perfect. So, nice profit on that. And for the comet droplets. Nice. Alright, and I have 11 pirate transponders. Let's see. This mercenary rep. That looks like the Explorers Guild symbol. Yep. Yeah, you're Explorers Guild. Damn. Oh well. Oh hey, another traveler. Let's see. B class, so it is technically better than ours, but we have more slots. Yeah. So I'm gonna say nah. But yeah, another sentinel, another traveler rather. Witness. Appears to become my own. Yep. I'm going to die. So be it. But as myself, I embrace the mask withers. Yeah. I'm going to die. So be it. Barter for 200 sodium nitrate nanites. Nah, we're good. Anyway, guard. Yep. Alright. Accept. Okay, so we got him. Oh, right. And another milestone of met 20 aliens. Okay. Suit upgrade. I think now's as good a time as any to start getting another slot. Tech slot. Alright. Ooh, has a S rank life support. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Multi-tool. Neutron cannon, blaze javelin, mining beam, only a B class. Yeah, nah, nothing I want. Yeah, so, and just so you have an idea, to upgrade the class of your weapon is 10,000 nanites, which is sort of just a general upgrade. Adding a new slot is 8 million. You do with units, but it sure as hell ain't cheap.
Units received.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you could open random crates. Okay. Starship research. Let's see. Starship fabricator component. Oh, okay. Hyperdrive. Yeah, nah, we're good. And then vehicles. Okay. Alright. Exchange navigation data for specific things. Teleport and missions. Exosuit charts. Lots of exosuit. Yeah, nah, we're good for the moment. Could check for trade because we wanted real quick if they have the alright. Let's see. Yeah, because some of them can have the components we're looking for. Oh, he's got... You know what? That saves me a lot of work for Parathnium. Thank you. And 2 wiring looms, yeah.
Products received.
Alright. So the survey device.
Technology installed.
Alright, so now I need a 3 magnetic resonators and a quantum computer. Alright. Yeah, no. We'll pick up the rest of your Parathnium, though.
Products received.
That's just going to save me time, because I need it for the vehicles. Alright. Hang on. Okay, I have to check what the dude with the bright red ship has to trade. Alright. Solar mirror, nope. God, everyone's got the cheap Parathnium.
Received.
Perfect. And okay, and how much? And how good is your ship? Of course, it's an A class. Look at that and all the slots on it. 20 million. 23 if you wanted to buy it outright. Yeah, it's 34. The big difference is those tech slots. 13 to 24. Alright. So. Looks like it's a good time as any. As the tip suggests, out of our... We could go to the anomaly to learn how to make the material we need. So, we'll do just that. Gods. I remember where you had to randomly find the anomaly. It would just randomly be in the system. And it was only a small room with Polo and Nada in it. How far it's come. Alright. So the quantum computer... Alright. And the magnetic resonator. Alright.
Item received. Item received.
Alright. So we know that. Okay, we'll do... We might as well get all these modules.
Received.
Alright. And... Suit upgrade. Let's get another slot on the... Another tech slot. Okay. And construction research. As ever. Yep. Sorry folks, just need to take care of that idiocy. Okay. So, if we're going to start building out bases, one of the other things we should probably pick up... Well, the Galactic Trade Terminal is always a good one. But what the other thing I want to pick up... Okay, industrial. Here we go. The supply depot.
Item received.
So that once we do have the surveying, we now have access to that. Gas extraction is for much later, so we're good there. Farming we'll get to when we get to. Prefab. I love that they give us the large refiner for free. So we get the portable one and the large one. Okay. Do I want... Alright. Because I know they give us a bunch of the vehicles. But... Summon any owned exocraft. Yeah, so... Because that's the one that gives us unstable plasma. Cuboid room. Timber. Here we go. more of the wood stuff, so... Uh, glass panel. Yeah, let's go off, grab some more timber ramp. Timber half ramp. Yeah, sure. Let's get all the lumber. Yep. Walls. Short walls. Glass door. Extruded wall. With window. Doorway. Timber frontage. Rectangular door. Power door. And horizontal windows. Sweet. There we go. Alright. Shield module, sure. Just increases our core health. So we have basically an extra hit. Alright. So I need to refine magnetized ferrite. Okay. So we'll do that back at base. Oh yeah, and there are all sorts of... If you leave from here, you can go to see all sorts of interesting places people have built. But we'll just head back to our own base. It is really cool, though, to see all sorts of ways people have taken advantage and used the construction system to build these interesting, huge bases. And it can give you inspiration for your own. It's how the same way that people have made computers that work in Minecraft using redstone. And, like, they actually work, and it's really weird. Alright. So need to process some more magnetized ferrite. Yay, more chromatic metal. Alright. So I need regular ferrite. Pure ferrite. And go ahead. Okay. Alright. Magnetite resonator. And now for the quantum computer, I just need 3 antimatter and a microprocessor. 3 antimatter, 3 microprocessors. One, two. Oh, I need more condensed carbon. Oh, it's out of fuel. Okay. Well, it's fine anyway. But we'll use a bunch of regular carbon. Okay. Don't I have... Yeah, as I say, Put the rusted metal in for now. Let that get processed. Yeah. 418 to 842. Love it. Anyway. Okay, so I need more condensed carbon. There's some there. Let's see. Hey, big crystal. Okay. There we go. Nice. Alright. Oh, did I make it? Okay. Nice. Anyway. That's simple. Okay, so from there, what else did I need to make it? Quantum computer, chromatic metal, and microprocessor. 3 of them. Now I just need 3 carbon nanotubes. Okay. Turn them into 3 microprocessors. Okay. Sweet. Just that simple. Once you know the recipes, all it takes is the raw materials and you can start making and upgrading all sorts of stuff. Alright. So let's see. Hey group. Oh, it's going great. Just building up ourselves and getting everything we can ready. Let's see. So that's enough for the 3 quantum computers. Which will give us the survey device. Ah, shit, I did it backwards. It's 3 resonators. My bad. Alright, so that's more ferrite and ionized cobalt. Okay. Oh well. I'll just hang on to them because it's not. Oh, there you are, you big bastard. All right. So for those, I just need melee. You mean that R1? You mean the tap R1 while you don't have your gun out? It's just your fallback. I mean, having a melee attack in this game is usually use your jetpack during. Not really that. Melee is usually a bad sign. If you're stuck doing melee, if you're stuck doing a melee, you've probably screwed up in this game, so I don't usually worry about it. Alright. So now I just gotta mine a bunch of carbon. Not carbon, but cobalt. Turn it into ionized, and we're good. Nice. Cobalt, silver, which is trace amounts of silver. Perfect. Alright. Yeah. Yep. Hey, double silver. Because silver will come in handy when you start working on your freighter. As well as doing repairs on your fleet. So, not a bad thing to have access to. Of course, you'll prefer to have a mine.
Technology recharge.
Go for the carbon.
Technology recharge.
Alright. Either way, typically speaking, if you're stuck trying to do melee in this game, you've screwed up pretty royally. As your multi-tool is far more useful than desperate melee strikes. Oh, okay, you're just talking about the movement of it? Yeah. I could see that. But, I don't know. It may be the fastest movement on foot, but I mean, there's also every vehicle that's going. The roamer is fantastic. Like, every vehicle is just fantastic, and it's just a matter of building up the resources. And we did just get into a place where we'll be able to deal with that, because actually we would be able to build the roamer, yeah, pretty much now. Speaking of, so alright, I just need ionized cobalt, so let's get that processing. 842 ferrite dust. There's my cobalt. Yep, get that processed. But yeah, might as well throw down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. The Roamer Geobay. Not much to start with, but it is mobile, has a little boost, and yeah, it's kind of slow starting off. But trust me, you'll be able to upgrade and turn this thing into a real nice little monster. The more fun thing, though, is it does also have its own slots, and it comes pretty much fully upgraded. So you've got all sorts of storage you can use it for. Oh, and one other thing you can do immediately, move the fusion engine into one of the super-powered slots, as well as the booster. That way both the engine uses less fuel, and the booster's a little stronger. So, yeah, it's worth it. But, note you can't scan right off the bat, and there's all sorts of upgrades for it. But that'll be later. Still, nice to have it around. Alright. And, oop, out of fuel.
Technology recharge.
Alright. So, magnetic resonators. Perfect. And actually, we can stop there. Because the rest can become batteries. Alright. And another magnetic resonator. And we now have access to the most useful ability, the survey device. Terrain resources are now available for us. So, to explain that, we'll head outside. This is our normal scan. We can check plants, animals, what have you. Terrain's target sweep is when they have a mission and they want us to come after it specifically. Now we have 3 new icons, searching for power, minerals. Oh, you're shitting me. I got an S rank mineral right off the bat? Okay, I have to go see what this is. Alright. Am I going to get the most unfortunate kind of lucky where I built a base just outside of where I could play?
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, I did. It's a pyrite. It's pyrite. Yeah, okay. Too good to be true. Yeah, no, if it was anything else, I might consider it, but...
Technology recharge.
Yeah. And, of course, gases. Gases are really only for late-stage production, so that's not as big a deal. But it is nice to know. Yeah, we have... Alright. Anyway. Hey, guard. How's it going? When murder is gone, the last weapon fired will be at the Viking ourselves, having served our holy purpose. Offers me a exosuit technology. A weapon factory nearby, sabotage... Okay. Yep. So.
Navigational data received.
Alright, so he wants us to go shut down the weapons factory. Let's see. We still have 13 minutes on you restarting. And you, now that we have him. The Gek Farmer. Oh, indeed, I've already prepared their contract. All you need is gather solanium. Alright. Okay. So yeah. Scorched Worlds. Yeah, so... And this planet... Yeah, it's pyrite, we have cactus flesh. I think... Yeah, Solanium's on Thorpe. Yeah, so we would be able to go get it. Okay. let's see. Alright, let's see about materials. Okay, lots of cobalt, which means lots of ion batteries. Yeah, I wish I could just do it in mass, but it is the way it is. Craft them one at a time. But that means plenty of batteries for us.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, that's 50 batteries we've made, and that's going to be... Yep, that goes a long way to survivability. Okay. Right, we unlocked a supercharge slot, so let's put our life support there, so it lasts longer. Then, let's see. These two I may eventually dismantle. Yeah, because these are for the elemental shields. Hazard protection, yeah. And this is our actual shield. Alright. Either way. Just trying to think of anything else. Alright. Yep, nothing too nightmarish. Suspicious pack of goods. Hey, repair kit, nice. Corvex casing, suspicious pack of text. Why not? Warp drive. So it gives us 179 additional light years we can jump in one time. Alright. And that's for the shotgun, which we don't have yet. If I wanted it... Oh, I just need a wiring loop. Well, that's easy enough. So yeah. So I'd need some selenium, or I need to go sabotage this location. On planet or off? Okay, it's on planet. But yeah. Luckily it shouldn't be too far. Alright. Alright. And let's see, folks. A base and even a nice. Nope, I see it from here. And we can just land perfectly here. Yep, found it. There we go. And weapon factories are protected by sentinels. But these are actually one of the farmable areas for them. Alright. ship. Same with that. Ammo's fine. Yeah, sure, for the moment, that's fine, just to eat up a slot. That can go on the ship, that can go on the ship.
Thermal protection falling.
That's about it, nothing else really. Okay. Alright, because to get into one of these bases actually does require you to have a weapon of some kind. Because the door is reinforced. Alright. So, broke the door, so we're able to get in. But, there are also sentinels here. Like I've said before, it can be worth it. Yep. There we go. But again, our shielding isn't that great. There we go. Alright. Nice. Alright. There we go. Yep. Alright. Ow. Yep. Alright.
Critical damage taken.
Yep. That hurt. Okay. Now, to escape them, luckily, the upside is I just have to run inside. Because the Sentinel blind spot is actually inside this place. Alright. Yeah. Fighting the Sentinels is not worth it. Alright. Override. Turn it down. Alright. Oof. Yeah, and we did take some damage, and that health won't come back. You have to find a actual healing spot to do so. So yeah, we are not equipped to really fight the Sentinels yet. That won't be true forever, though. Alright. But yeah, Sentinel bases like that are rough, but it is very much can be worth it. But yeah, there'll be a point where we'll be able to slug it out and honestly be able to just bully them. But we've got some time till then. Besides, it's more about the journey than the destination. Alright. Hello. Confirm. Ah, the conflict scanner. Pirates have discovered our world. They will provide practice. Okay. Yeah. Galactic sensors allow them. Yep. So yeah, jump on the ship, proceed to space. But we're not going to take that for a while. Alright, scientist is just another minute out. And you require selenium. By the way, cylindrical room for your base. Yeah, I need more pure ferrite. But yeah, to agree with Apollo, you have to build that. Used to have to be the only thing you could build for this stuff, but yeah, love the new timber stuff. Will allow us to add like a second floor to a base. Alright. Oh, right, more salvage glass. Oh, there we go. An exosuit fragment. And random technology we'll get. Don't know, could be amazing, could be crap. The stats are kind of variable on that. Put the bugging away for now. Same Prafnium. Alright. And the silver can go on the ship. Alright. 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 And let's talk. I passed my test, and he's been reset. Okay.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright, so we've got some stuff to do and run around to do. But honestly, I'm starting to get sleepy finally. So I think I'm going to call it here. Yeah, no, I'm going to call it here for tonight. That we went for a good long while, and I should be able to finally get back to sleep. So, I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of No Man's Sky. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.